Okay, so to
Alright,
do
here's how to
a
do a
hurricane
hurricane
kick, you
kick.
just gotta pick up your leg and go, yeah, sure, I should this is my
Put your
record.
leg-
Yeah, you
yes.
got it. Yeah, yeah. So today we're going to talk about the landing stances and tricking and all the different ways that you can land. Now we're going to break it down into the first four main ones, and then we'll break it down even further. So here's our little T-pose guy. Now that purple line is the directional momentum, which is coming towards us. So the first stance is forward neutral. This is the stance that you enter when you do a punch front flip. So both feet are in line, they're square with your shoulders, you're looking forwards, heading towards the DOM. And backwards neutral is the same thing, just flipped around. This is the position you enter right before a backflip. This is how you land a round off, a back handspring, a whip. So again, with the DOM coming towards us, round off, back handspring, backflip, all land in backwards neutral. So now we're going to talk about the side stances. Now these are relative to which direction you twist. So from here on out in the video, this is for counterclockwise or left twisting. So this is backside position, the position you'd enter for an aerial, a cartwheel, a B twist, or a B kick. Or the famous backside 9. So then if you flip that, you get frontside, which is the position that you'll enter for a D-leg, or a raise, or a cheat setup. So again, maintaining the DOM coming towards the camera, we have frontside D-leg twist from Alex Kerwood, and notice it takes off and lands in frontside. So here's a useful little guide. Somebody was working on D-leg progression, and they just do a mini D-leg from one stance to the other. So now the reason why these are called frontside and backside is they're relative to the direction you twist. So here, starting in forwards neutral, if you rotate to front side, you still can look forwards the whole time. But if you start in forwards neutral, using your rotation direction to rotate to backside, you actually have to rotate all the way around to where you can no longer see where you're going. This is the same setup for a B-kick setup or a spin step cartwheel. So forward neutral, front side, backwards neutral, backside, forward neutral, front side, etc., 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 etc. Now these account for all of the two-footed landings. But in tricking, we're looking for the one-footed landings most of all. So let's start with complete. Probably the most famous one. This produces an eagle. An eagle is the position you enter right before a swing through. So that's an eagle right there. So if the DOM heading where the purple arrow is going, you're cocked back, your left leg is in the front planted on the ground, your right leg is chambered and pulled behind you, your arms are cocked up. And even if your arms are low or your chest is low, the most important part of this is the feet. So it's still complete even if you're not in a beautiful eagle. So that'll transition nicely into the next landing stance, which is semi. So this is Mason Rally with Gainer Arabian semi. Front swing, Gumby. And Mason actually tricks on the other side. I've just switched him for this to keep it all counterclockwise. So semi. You're going to be landing facing your DOM on your right foot with your left leg in the air. So there's front swing raise, lands in complete, swings Gainer Arabian, lands in semi, front swing raise, lands in complete, swing Gainer Arabian semi, front swing raise, lands in complete, swing Gainer Arabian semi, etc., 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 etc. And it provides the dub because it's a good combo. So then we have hyper, which is complete stance on your other foot. So most commonly seen from aerial. So if the DOM is to the right, you do an aerial, you land on that right foot. That's hyper. Even GMS that comes out of it also lands in hyper. So that's what it looks like from the top. And then last but not least, in fact the furthest landing stance of all is mega. So in an aerial that would normally land in hyper, we're going to push that foot down so we can get our left leg to touch first with our right leg in the air. Now this involves over flipping, a little bit of over rotation, but there's a hybrid path that you could find that would work for you. Okay, so then if we break down the order from closest to furthest away from you, we have complete, we have hyper, we have semi, and we have mega, which rotates if you turn 180, goes to complete, switch your feet, turn 180, switch your feet, turn 180, etc., etc., etc. Now it's important to remember that these stances take up a window. They're not just a locked in position. So from there to there is the entire semi position, or backside stance. That whole position right there, that window, is where you're going to cheat during a cheat kick. Anything beyond that, you'll get called out for over cheating. Anything under, you're under cheating, etc., etc. So then here is a cheat 9 on the takeoff. You can see the different positions you can take off. So we'll start here. Look where the knee is. Comes around to the right. This is just to showcase how many degrees of rotation is in a cheat 9. It pulls around all the way back here to the start of backside again, or semi. You switch the leg, which is 180, and then you kick with the leg that has been switched. And then sometimes that comes back around into complete. And it's complete because our DUM is headed towards the screen. So yeah, I hope that helps. There's still fake stances and a little other quarter turn things to consider, but in general, that should cover the gist of the landing stances.